Hi, it's Tom from bkmnutrition.com, and today I want to talk about how to always make sure you're able to give 100% in the gym or for any exercise that you're doing to make sure you get the best workout that you possibly can on that day. Now, I've coined this phrase to be called the importance of being Batman, but you could also call it the importance of being Superman or Wonder Woman or whatever superhero is your favorite superhero, if that helps you to think about it. And the way this works is that you've always got to dress for the occasion. Now, superheroes always have a superhero outfit that they put on, and they also have a civilian outfit that they wear, which is a cunning disguise so that people don't know that they're the superhero. Of course, we know because we're watching, but everyone else doesn't know. And this is the importance of being Batman comes from the fact that Bruce Wayne is obviously the alter ego for Batman, and Bruce Wayne is a billionaire. He does massive business deals. He runs Wayne Enterprises, and he does not fight crime because he is a mild-mannered civilian. However, Batman is a hard-nosed criminal, beating up person who goes and fights crime and fights the Joker and the Riddler and is someone who you don't want to tangle with. Now, those are two completely different worlds, and you obviously would not be right for Batman to go and sit in the boardroom of Wayne Enterprises and start talking about stocks and shares and figures. And on the same note, it wouldn't be right for Bruce Wayne to go and start trying to fight criminals, robbing banks and so on. So it's completely different environments, although it is exactly the same person. It's just the costume that's changed. The environment they're in has changed. And this is what I want you to think about when you're going for your workout. Now, if you didn't know, I own a gym in Bristol in the UK, and I've owned a gym for about 10 years. Now, I obviously used to train as a bodybuilder. I did competitions, if you didn't know that. I still do train, I still lift, and I'm still working out, and I still run my gym. Now, obviously, I've got the issue that my work is also the place that I train, so there's no separation of the two. Now, most people have a separation of the two. So if you have a job, say in an office or doing whatever else, you will generally be not at the gym in your work time, or not at your exercise place. Say if you do triathlons or swimming or whatever, you won't be at that exercise place for the majority of your day. So when you go from your work and you go to your place of exercise, there is a distinct environment change there. Now, what I've seen running the gym for the past 10 years is that not a lot of people now, but when we first opened, used to come in and train in their work gear. Now, I've now outlawed that at the gym because for various reasons, due to health and safety, and also it just looks a bit crappy. People coming in training in their work stuff with all their sawdust and whatever over them, and it's not a good image for the gym. But also from a perspective of getting them the best workout, it's not good because they've not changed their mindset. Yeah, okay, they're not working now and they've gone into the gym to train, so they are now doing a different activity. But because they've still got their uniform on from their work, they're not really outside of that mindset. And I often would see people talking on the gym floor about their work and stuff like that, and they're just doing their workout as a sort of side hustle. So that's something they're doing maybe in their break from talking about work. And so they're not getting the best results. And these people who would do this, I would never see them change in terms of they would never improve themselves. They come in and do their gym workout and everything else, but they would never see a change in their physique. They would just come in and do their workout. So I obviously outlawed that at the gym, that you had to come in proper gym attire, and actually I did it for the sake of the business and how the business looked rather than for individual members, although that was a consideration. But actually it's a byproduct of that. People are now getting better workouts, and the reason is because they've donned their superhero outfit to go training, similar to how Bruce Wayne takes off his suit and he puts on his Batman costume to go and fight crime. If you are changing from your work attire into your gym attire, you're changing your state. It's a physical change, it's also a mental change to your body, that you are now about to do something different. So this might be an issue for you if, say, you're in my position where you work in the gym. So I work in the gym. I obviously work from home as well here doing these videos. So if I'm going into the gym and I'm working there, and I might still be dressed in gym attire. I'm dressed in my gym stuff now, because that's what I just walk around and do stuff in during the day normally. But if I go to the gym, I will make sure I change into a different set of clothes, because even though I'm still at the gym, that was my work, but now I'm going to train, I've got to signal to my mind and my body that I'm about to change my state. I'm about to do something different. And this can be very hard if you're a personal trainer, or you're a nutritionist, or you're a lifeguard working in a swimming pool and you're doing swimming, or whatever the combination of that is. If you are working in the place that you are also exercising, you might find it difficult to change your mindset, to get your mind off work and get into your workout. So it's vitally important, if that's you, to make sure that you are changing your state, you are changing your uniform to get into your superhero gym workout uniform, and you're not going in your work clothes. Now, again, this would be very stupid if someone turned up to train in a gym in a full suit, but then people don't see the difference between that and if they're dressed in their stuff they do, say, carpentry or building in, but they should. It's work clothes, it's a work mentality, so you should be taking those off, changing into your workout kit so that you can go and fully prepare yourself. Now, this comes back to a technique which is called anchoring. It's used in NLP. I'm a qualified NLP practitioner, if you didn't know. This is from years ago. And anchoring is also a mental state where you would anchor yourself to a certain set of circumstances in order to give you the mindset that you needed. So, for example, an easy way to explain this is, say, for example, you walk past the baker's and you smell fresh bread. All of a sudden, you would then be thinking about fresh bread. And if you liked bread, you might be thinking about going and buying some bread. Now, the thought of bread or eating bread wasn't there before you walked past the baker's and you smelt that smell. All of a sudden, because that has triggered you, you then associate, bread, and if you like bread, the feelings associated with eating that bread. So over the years of eating bread, you've associated the smell with a pleasurable activity and a pleasurable outcome, and so the smell of fresh bread would trigger that. That's an anchor that you've instilled in yourself. And you can have negative anchors as well. So, for example, I had a diet 1 year where all I would eat would be chicken and broccoli. That is all I ate for the whole diet. That's obviously not the diets I do now, but that's what I did when I was bodybuilding. And now I can't face the smell of broccoli because I associate it with the negative feelings and the negative emotions that I had when I was doing bodybuilding shows. So I can eat chicken just fine because I eat chicken all the way through the year, but generally I would only eat broccoli when I was on a bodybuilding diet, and so now I find it really hard to eat broccoli just because of that. I associate with all those negative feelings. So you can have both positive and negative anchors. And it's important that you build up these anchors with the proper mental signals. So, for example, getting into your workout kit, that's one thing. Driving to the gym, playing a certain set of music when you're driving to the gym might install into your fact that you're going to go do a workout. So for some clients I work with who start at work and then they drive to the gym, we start setting up all those positive anchors. They're superhero walking, I suppose, from say we get them to play a certain type of music in the car which they don't listen to at any other time. That's their anchoring music, telling them they're going to the gym to start to prepare for that. And if you are a busy business person and you have a lot on your mind, if you're an entrepreneur like what I am, where you have a lot going on all at one time and very rarely you switch off from thinking about work, it can be difficult to focus on your workout. So if you have those audible triggers to be able to think, right, now this is playing, now I'm going to do my workout, then you have the physical triggers of putting on your gym stuff, and you could also have olfactory, which is smell triggers from, say, the smell of a pre-workout or the smell of your gym bag or whatever. All these things can build up so that you start to think, right, now I'm on my way to the gym, and all these things are preparing me to go to the gym and have a good workout. Now, if you conversely thought about, I'm just going to drive to the gym and train in my stuff that I've been working in all day, there's no change of state there. There's no preparation. There's no build up to this big, huge event that you're about to have, where you're about to smash some weights or get your best time in a sprint track or whatever. There's no change of that if you're just going from one to the other without thinking about changing your state. So the importance of being Batman is about a change of state and making sure that you are conditioning yourself to get the best workout you possibly can. If that is listening to music on the way, eating a certain food as a pre-workout. So some of my clients have bananas, some have Rice Krispie cakes, and the only time they'll eat those is when they're on the way to the workout. Some people have the same pre-workout. Some people have the same shaker that they only use when they're at the gym. Some people have the same lifting straps that they use for only going to a certain workout, say a back workout. I used to have the same stuff I used to wear for leg day because leg day was important to me. If I put those clothes on, it was a signal to me that I'm about to do leg day. All these things you can build up and make sure you've got this positive reinforcement into what's about to happen. And then afterwards you can have obviously things that prepare you for, say, having your pre-workout or winding down or relaxing. So anchoring is something you can do really well with lots of different things in your life. You can do sleep patterns with it, you can do waking up patterns, you can do preparing for shooting videos on YouTube. I have a pattern of events that I put in place before I shoot any of these videos to make sure I'm delivering good content, hopefully. So it's really important to think about, if there's an important event that's coming up, how are you anchoring yourself? How are you preparing to be like Batman and not like Bruce Wayne who's in work mode? You're going to Batman who's in doing the business mode. So hopefully that's given you something to think about. Anchoring is something you can look up. There's loads of stuff on NLP online that you can find, and it's certainly something I suggest you do if you are having trouble getting focused for your workouts. It's certainly worked very well for me for the last 10 years when I've been opening the gym, and before that when I was training and holding down a job as well. I would make sure I changed my state from driving to my job to the gym, so I made sure I didn't bring my work into the gym with me. So hope that's helped. Hope that's given you some different views on things. There is a longer video where I talk about the importance of being Batman for my Body Power Expo presentation. That's somewhere in my video archive. If you can't find it, let me know. I'll send you the direct link for it. It's about an hour long though, so I wanted to make sure this video is slightly shorter than that, just to ram home that message. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. Subscribe, share, do all the other things that help me get my word out and get my video and my audience growing. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.